Hey guys, first time for me on YouTube, election time for this nation up here above the 49th. I just want to mention something to the folks that are going to do the private prosecution on the man I do address as Justin Trudeau. Don't get sucked into a class action. Alright? Do not template. You know, it's one thing to share documents and stuff, and especially official government documents that shows, or, you know, tapes and so on and so forth that show, you know, the man's discrepancies. But it's another thing to template. And if you template, I hope the judges throw you out of the court. Let's see. So Justin gets to pick, you know, because of private prosecution, what we do here within this nation, and when you have a private prosecution, is the accused gets to elect. Now, I didn't see a trial by jury, like a court of record trial by jury, where the magistrate is independent, which is, you know, our basically fundamental court for every man and woman on this land. I didn't see that in there when I was studying private prosecutions, but I did see, you know, jury trial, which is where the judge still controls the jury, and the judge tells the jury whether they can find you innocent or not guilty or guilty, and then all the jury does is decide how guilty or not guilty you are. Simple as that. And then judge alone is the other one. And then there's summary. Now, if it's summary, what happens is it's taken out of your hands. It's not your prosecution anymore. It's given over to the Attorney General. Then the Attorney General gets to decide whether to go through with the case or not, and the prosecution or not. And he can just quash it. So, you know, seeing that the Attorney General is a buddy of the man that I address as Justin Trudeau, that's probably, I know if I was Justin, that's what I would do. I'd just call for a summary and I'd go over to my buddy and there, quash it. Now what are you going to do, boys? Now, it's funny because these guys operate in the public trust, all right? We're the beneficiaries of this trust, all right? Every one of us. And anyone that was born here is a beneficiary of this trust. And yeah, it's a breach of public trust is what it is. The other thing I wanted to say is, like, in one breath, this man stands up and he gives a lawful excuse, right, which is, I think it's 729-2 under the criminal code. A lawful excuse, which is enshrined in common law and statutory law, both, within this nation. And, you know, he's saying, well, I'm saving Canadian jobs. And then, on the next hand, he broke the law to funnel a $40 billion LNG contract to China. And we're not getting any of it. As a matter of fact, not one Canadian got to bid on any of it. We got fabricators coast to coast to coast. We got the best, we got world-class steel. Why would we want their junk steel when we have first-class steel? No wonder why Hamilton was upset the other day when that man went through. So, yeah, it's getting ridiculous. The government, these public servants are getting out of hand. And they're not, and it's not just one thing, guys, that I'm seeing. Through every branch of our public service, they're getting out of hand. They're after our children. The school board? You know, we're talking about, okay, I realize that the Crown is a private corporation, the Intercity of London. It's a corporation that's been hired to act as a de facto public service. Okay? I realize that. That's exactly what kind of government we have. It's a de facto government. It's a corporation, all right? And so I realize that. But why have we allowed? Now the government has no money. All money belongs to us. It's all public. All resources belong to the people. Okay? Anybody of this land, from this land, the resources belong to us. All right? And these guys are spending our children's inheritance willy-nilly. That's all I'm going to say for now. I'm going to talk about some other things later.